Picture this. You are scrolling through social media, and suddenly a stunning aerial video stops you in your tracks. Now, whether that's a residential real estate shoot of a gorgeous home shot from above, bathed in golden sunlight, or a really engaging video of a local arborist doing their tree trimming duties and showing with a literal bird's eye view. Either of these are going to get your attention. And these type of videos, that's what I specialize in. But today, I'm going to do something even better. I'm going to pull back the curtain behind a few of my videos I've done in the past and really show you behind the scenes. In this video, I'll be showcasing a few of my past creations, a few residential real estate shoots and the promo videos I provided to realtors, a video for a local arborist that I did, and I'm going to share also why these are game changers for these types of clients. These can help any kind of business really stand out. Now, for video number 3, you're not going to want to miss it. It's a different type of drone, and this is a video that I personally, I'm so glad I caught, so I'm interested to hear your feedback too. Let's just say it's a drone of a type you've probably never seen before, and it might make you laugh out loud. So, if you've ever wondered how to make your business soar or impress clients with high quality footage, or you just like seeing high quality videos and creativity, then this video is for you and you should stick around. Let's dive in. Now, this video is not one of my finest, but it was one of my first, and I was trying really hard. So, yeah, I was really just trying to showcase this home, and I had limits on how high I could fly because I was in a weird fly area. So I was limited by that. I was under a real big time crunch, and this was the best I could do. But I'll tell you what, the realtor loved it. With this video, I was really pretty impressed with myself. This house was beautiful. It almost looks like it's AI, but I promise you it's real. They just meticulously maintained everything. I had a little bit of a scare where I almost got stung by a bee on the shoot, and I actually got one of my favorite self-portraits standing in front of their mailbox and waving. So if you ever see that anywhere else, then that was this property. Now, this is that special video. This was a video I took while I was visiting my grandma, who lives in Corvallis, Oregon, home of the Oregon State Beavers. And this was during COVID. So they were doing things a little differently. I don't know if they're still doing it like this. But again, I treasure this video. So take a look.
So I don't know what's happening here. I'm on the Oregon State University campus. And there are these little guys rolling around. Feeding other stuff. They're delivering food. Okay, you can go, little buddy. It's safe. It's safe. Okay, there's one over there. Oh, there goes one down the way. They're very industrious, but also safety conscious. Yeah, storms and their food comes to them. Maybe I'm screwing with its sensor, so whoever's food this is, I apologize. I'll back off. See people wait, nobody knows what to do.
This shoot was pretty fun. I got this job just from my Google My Business profile. A person had just purchased this home in large lot and they wanted a view from above. I don't know if it was to like share with family members who were far away or just for posterity, or maybe they didn't even really know what they were getting. But it was really cool to go out there and shoot this entire property. It was a field and then part of it was in the woods. It was a little tricky to find out property lines. I actually ended up having to go on the GIS for that. But they were pretty happy with the outcome, and they've got a memory of purchasing this cool property and that bird's eye view. Now, you may have seen my video where I share how I got my drone stuck in a tree once. And this video is how I thanked the arborist tree trimmer guy who came out and actually saved my drone, who came out with a big old bucket truck, came, raised the bucket and found my drone after I tried climbing the tree. So this shoot was really fun for me. And also just because I was building this kind of cool relationship with this local business, somebody who was willing to show up and help out a stranger. So I think it turned out pretty well. I know they used it on their website at least for a year or so, and I actually ended up building that website as well. So that was pretty fun. This video was another fun one because it was actually the first job I got from my Zillow search method, where I just went through all the Zillow listings. I looked at properties that had been listed for a long time and whose photos sucked, and I started calling those realtors. And this person actually, he said no thanks after I explained what I was doing. And then he called me back and I was like, actually, yeah, let's do it. It's been sitting there a long time. So I went out there. It was pretty nerve-wracking. I was pretty sure I was going to run into a tree and my drone would be lost forever, but I didn't. And so it kind of turned into a fun challenge. And that lot did end up selling about a month later. So that may well have been the magic that tipped it over. this shoot was a little tricky for me. I got out there later than I had planned, and the shadows and kind of the glare and the lighting were just not awesome. So I just did the best I could and did what skills I had at the time as far as post-production. So it always can be kind of a challenge. But again, the beauty of real estate is these are just temporary, right? Once that house gets sold, they're not looking at it again. This is not going on the wall of a museum for all eternity. So it doesn't need to be perfect, right? What my goal with this video was to do was just really highlight how beautiful the home was, how unique the property, size of it, all the features, and really let that speak for itself. Now, this is the infamous property where I hit the tree. So if you're watching it, it's when there's those two big trees behind the house. The one on the left is the tree I ended up finding my drone in. The one on the right is the one I thought it fell into. So, little backstory there. Those property owners were super nice, thankfully. But yeah, turned into an interesting afternoon. Now, this job was also from the Zillow listing method, where I'd gone through and I was calling realtors whose properties have been sitting there for a while. Ended up getting quite a few jobs through this one woman, realtor. Now, this one, I should have looked up the address before I said yes, because it was way the heck out in the boonies in Washington State. And by the time I got out there, I was pretty sure I was going to be murdered. There was like a creepy van waiting down the driveway, and I was like not knowing why they were there. There were signs that were like trespassers will be shot. Um, and then at the end of the shoot, I realized the van was actually the homeowners who were not in the property during the shoot, which is good. But they did it in a very creepy way. So anyway, I was just glad I survived that shoot because I was in the middle of nowhere. It felt pretty isolated and definitely a little bit scary.